And here we go. Come on.
Character. He should
There we
have
are.
made himself a
Hello.
hello. Could have made himself
Alright.
a warlock, a fiend warlock that or skull mask around everywhere.
That would have ruined our dynamic.
Well, I am here.
Wow.
Oh man.
Are
Yeah.
we gonna run a little late
Freaking-
today then?
Well, I wasn't supposed to. The
I mean, will we?
freaking the lines at
But
McDonald's
will
and
we?
Starbucks were fucking crazy. I've not seen that before. All right,
Yeah.
so apologize, but thank
Will
you guys
we?
for your patience. And without further delay,
Will we run a little late today?
if you guys are good.
Lynn said she had to leave right at
Yeah.
time, but like if we have time to, if we can, like if we're
Okay,
not like
yeah, well,
deep in combat or something where we need that person,
okay, got it.
like I can run a little over.
All right.
I guess let's play it
So-
by ear.
Yeah. Let us remember all that has transpired since previously we were under the cloudy fog enshrouded skies and gloom of Barovia. Night settled over Kresk, and with it the promise Madame Lynn had made to a haunted little girl. Behind the Kreskov cottage, a bulkhead door to the wine cellar hung damaged, its lock battered outward as though something had once forced its way into the world from below. Lynn mended the hinges to silence their descent, while Aiden vanished beneath invisibility and a shroud against scent, slipping into the darkness to scout the cold stone chamber below. Hellet, though wounded in pride by being kept from the vanguard, found his purpose at Kala's side. He lifted the child to eye level and swore with fierce simplicity that he would die for her. When the party descended together, Dagmorn's silence wrapped their work in secrecy, and an old hidden door yielded at last to Aiden's strength. Beyond opened into a room where silver shackles still clung to the walls. One set burst apart, the salt circles scuffed and broken by the violence of an escape. The truth followed soon after. Buried by the broken voice of Dmitry Kreskov, he descended into the cellar asking not for judgment, but understanding. And in that hidden room beneath his home, he confessed to the curse which had stalked his family for generations. He revealed that his grandfather had been bitten 80 years before, passing the lycanthropy down through blood and inheritance. On Ilya's 13th birthday, his first full moon had awakened the beast within, and no wolfsbane could hold it back. The boy broke free to tear through the village, killing his sister Kala before vanishing beyond the walls and into the night. The child standing there now was not proof that tragedy had been undone, but that Barovia had demanded a second horror in payment for the first. Lynn, stern with compassion, urged Dmitri toward honesty. Kala had lived through the nightmare, and only truth could loosen its grip. When father and daughter embraced in the damp darkness, our weary companions withdrew with the knowledge that the monster beneath the house had a name, and that name was family. Rest came uneasily. The abbot's offer to cure Pellet's affliction lingered, a bit too vague and too cold to trust, so the party chose instead to turn away from St. Markovia's shadow for now. Ilya remained their first priority. At dawn, with messages sent and the wagon left behind, they followed the promise of a hunter who knew the wilds. Finding her beside a small fire, sharp-eyed and guarded, her coat stained by travel and her mismatched boots planted like she expected the world to lunge at her. She was Esmeralda de Avenir, a Vistana monster hunter. When the name Rudolf van Richten entered the conversation, the air changed starkly. She had been his student. Believing him dead, the band, with varying degrees of caution and accidental enthusiasm, revealed enough to prove that he lived, without surrendering too much, lest the dangers of a vampire's charm unwittingly release his secrets. With Aiden's far-scribed words confirming Van Richten's trust, an alliance took shape. Esmeralda spoke with the precision of one who had stalked monsters long enough to survive them. The cavern holding Ilya was no mere cult hideout, but a werewolf den. Soon, most of the pack would leave on a ranging beyond the mists, a boon gained by Strahd's own permission. Their chance would come after dusk, when the den was thinned, and the boy might be rescued before dawn. But first, Esmeralda led them back toward Lake Baratok, where her wagon held tools for the work ahead, silvered bolts, a spyglass, and scrolls that could mean the difference between infiltration and slaughter. But it appeared Barovia's treachery had already reached the wagon before them. Beneath the still waters and the looming shape of Kazan's tower, Esmeralda found the hidden interior ransacked. Scrolls were gone, along with a liar's flask and perfume, stolen by someone clever enough to bypass her protections. Then, from beyond the tower, a voice drifted through the mist, soft, melodic, and strange, singing words that promised secrets. Our band turned toward the sound. A cursed boy ahead of them, a robbed hunter at their side, and another mystery calling from the gray edge of the lake. And thus brings us to the present moment, where you move cautiously through the cold mist at the foot of Kazan's tower, leaving Esmeralda's ransacked wagon behind you. The stones beneath your boots slick with lake damp. The black waters of the lake lap softly against the shore. And above you, the old tower rises silent and severe, its broken windows staring down like hollow eyes. Somewhere beyond its far side, a voice drifts through the fog, soft, melodic, and strangely intimate, singing as though it had been waiting for you to hear.
Are we still at the watch tower?
Whoops.
Yeah.
Not the one I want.
Is it like Nightmare Before Christmas?
I like it.
Hear, O stars, my yearning plea, to feel his arms upon me. Lost beneath the starlit sea, his lighted waits haunting me. Draw his whispers close to me, that in his shade I might see. Heed his call. A woman sits alone on the rocky shore, clad in finely sewn animal skins and cradling a lyre in her arms. Her hair, a pale, lustrous white, cascades over her shoulders, and her eyes rest closed as she plucks the lyre's strings. A refrain parts her lips as her body gently sways, her song continuing without acknowledging your approach.
And she doesn't seem hostile, she's just dancing with music. To not vocally disturb her, it's okay, Madeline might take her violin out and try and join in her music to show musician's peace.
All right.
Be a
As you
performance check or... Oh,
get a little bit closer, you see two spell scrolls and three vials of perfume sitting on a rock next to her. One of the vials has been uncorked, but the others seem otherwise unused. Madam Lynn begins to play on her violin. Does anyone else do anything at this time?
I guess I would sit and watch patient like an audience member, with some kind of enthusiasm or excitement. You know, like showing like a lot of
Right.
interest.
I would like
Madam
to
Lynn.
cast. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say I'd like to cast. I'd like to cast prestidigitation and kind of have the sensory effect where that causes Madam Lynn's music to carry in a much more like rhythmic way. Like it basically mimicking her musical notes, but it's fainter and seems to like come from all sorts of directions, compared to much more whimsical feel.
Like adding a stereo or like a music hall effect to her.
Yeah.
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune. All right. Madam Lynn, please make me a performance check with advantage.
They say 12. Well, 16 is the total, but rolled 12 twice.
Doubles. That means you get out of jail.
Her song continues. Near enough his amber eye gleams, my feet betray the better of me. A silver-lit path that wanders my dreams, his shadowed gaze shall guide me ever on.
Do I notice like any I want to say divine, like she's summoning or talking to some or praying? Do I notice if this is some sort of prayer?
Make me a wisdom insight check in the tower.
Okay. A second. So let me move some windows around. Can I convince you that this is a religion check?
No.
Oh, pellet.
She seems to just be singing to you.
That's why it's not a religion check.
The beat just kind of reminded me of Ballad of the Witch's Road.
So I'm gonna just like, based off of pure survival instinct, Nomad, I'm going to get the heebie-jeebies and suddenly feel like I'm in danger or like there might be danger. And I'm gonna communicate that to Lynn. I'm gonna say, Lynn, be careful, this might not be just a song.
Would I, because we've traveled a bit, we might have run into other musicians. Is this a song we might have heard of somewhere before?
No, this is definitely a new song. The tune itself also is foreign to you. Even you, Madam Lynn.
I would look over to, I forget her name, the huntress lady that's with us, and just make a
Esmeralda.
face to her. Esmeralda. Make a face to her if she recognizes anything danger-wise or...
Even to me, Nomad? With my memories of the Hive and the people of Barovia I have
Ooh.
assimilated?
All right. Let's see. Who do you have all assimilated?
There was at least Doru.
Okay.
The vampire boy, you had the
And the
You got that
Bride of
spy.
Strahd, but not. But so Doru was the one who was like willing, and I definitely had the memories of. The Bride was not willing, so I would not say I had the true memories, like history and all that.
I see you have
But
Aragal, but is that, did you get Aragal? Oh yeah, you
Aragal-
do. Okay.
willing. Aragal wasn't willing, I think, but I did.
There is a tinge. There is a tinge of
willing to make a check.
recognition from Aragal.
All right. He's a werewolf, right? So I'm probably so maybe a werewolf thing.
Some of the words definitely give you that impression, like amber eye, silverlit path.
Oh yeah. I think it's a werewolf thing.
Are you gonna say that out loud?
I mean, like the whisper that I just did to you guys.
I'm gonna. Don't know. Yeah, I could have up to 3 effects active at a time. No, non-instantaneous effects. Never mind.
If no one's physically doing something, she's going to take the music, not walking exactly up to her completely. I can't see on the map where we'd be, but depending how much space there is, moving to a space so I'm in sight of her, like she's facing me. And while continuously playing the music.
All right.
I follow closely behind.
As she notices your approach, she slowly ends her song.
That was a beautiful piece.
Well, oh, thank you, thank you. Well, it is always nice to have some new listeners to wonderful music. Might you be the owners of the wagon besides the tower, perhaps?
Uh-oh.
I am not.
Oh. Well, I had noticed that there was no one else around, and I was curious about the wagon. I don't mean to be a thief, but since none were around to claim it, I looked inside. My name is Bianca. I'm an herbalist living in the woods nearby with my husband Kirill.
Greetings. My name is Madame Lin.
Aiden
This is
Terrell
my
at your
party.
service.
Though, what are you doing in such an isolated area? You live in the woods, but this is a tower in the middle of a lake.
Oh, well. I had been walking nearby on the path and I saw the wagon. I grew curious about its contents. But rather than open the door, I saw that there was a trap door on the bottom. And so naturally I used it to enter and explore its interior. I saw the lyre and the perfume. It reminded me of memories I had from long ago, from before I met my husband.
It is beautiful. But what are you doing with the perfume and scrolls out here? Your music seemed unfamiliar to me. I've listened and played with a few other people around Barovia, but I've never heard that song before. The silent cuts deep.
Sorry, I'm doing two things at once right now.
No, you're all good.
You're good.
Oh, that song. It's titled The Lunatic's Lament. It is about a woman who falls in love with the moon and ends up chasing it off a cliff, ultimately falling to her death. He pauses for a moment, adding softly, "Have you ever fallen in love with someone and wondered if you made a mistake?"
I did. They ended up betraying me, so I don't love people too easily now. But a song like that, and you speak so fondly of your husband. Pardon my intrusion, but it sounds like there's something else going on. Woman to woman. She'll sit down next to her. It sounds like you need to talk. And also, I'll look over to, I'm just really bad at names, the Huntress lady. I just look over to her to see her reactions to everything. Especially finding out her wagon was broken into.
Esmeralda seems to be taking your guys' lead. She's kind of on the outskirts, just watching and observing.
Okay.
Sighing deeply, he looks out to the waters as if she is staring into a memory. "13 years ago, I was the daughter of a wealthy family. I forfeited my inheritance when I fell in love with a brawny, strapping young logger named Kirill Stoyanovich. Against my parents' wishes, I fled from the comfortable life with them to live with him in a cottage in the nearby woods. While the vampires slept, the wilds were more peaceful. But ever since his awakening, Kirill has been haunted, not by any ghost, but by his own rage."
So Strahd makes men's blood boil. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to say of like singing about the moon. I'm not going to tell her we're looking for werewolves, but it's sounding like werewolves. She knows where the cave is. So you are human then? As you can see, I'm not human either, so it's not much of a worry, but it intrigues me these lands have so many people who look one thing but are another.
I suppose that is not all too odd a question. Yes, I am human.
And it sounds like you want to help your husband.
Yes. Every week that rage seems to devour ever more of him. don't know how much of the man I married is still left inside, but I hope there is.
Well, I don't know how much assistance I can offer, but I would like to help. I'm sorry. With the top of the moon and the stories I've heard, I've been hearing werewolves around here. I'm not exactly looking to kill, but find a cure, or at least a way to calm. One of my own friends is cursed. I shouldn't say curse exactly, some might not see it like that, but it's not something he asked for, so to him it's a curse. Maybe we can find a way to help everyone. Yes?
I had not known that there was a cure for such a thing. Horses
Maybe not a
in
cure,
this
but a
land
way to
have a
calm.
way of... That would be nice. What might you suggest if you were in my position?
That's a tough one,
I
as
entertain
I
any
said.
counsel.
I like you. As I said, my own lover betrayed me, but it sounds like yours isn't doing it with their own volition or their own free will. I would say get out of here, to be honest. Somewhere further away. It seems like the closer you get to where Strahd's castle is, the crazier things turn out, and the more aggressive some become.
Maybe if I bring my husband further away from the vampire's influence, perhaps that might help.
Forgive me for my bluntness, but do you know what it is about the Dark Lord that causes your husband to thrash so?
I cannot be sure, except for it is his natural influence. Many creatures around the lands stir up at his awakening.
Could I attempt to gauge for any sorts of see if she's hiding something? And check see if she's hiding something.
Sure, make me a wisdom insight check in the tower.
Or trying to deceive in some manner. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a lucky to give myself an advantage on this check.
Is that what they're calling it these days? Pulling a lucky? Sounds like a skateboarding trick.
I see. I'm trying to think how to approach this.
Where do your elf eyes be, Legolas?
Wow.
I know, it's so racist.
It makes no sense, and Adon kind of start thinking a little bit, and he'll say, "When did this all begin? What were his first symptoms? Perhaps we could get to the bottom of this rancor of his." What made you certain that there was something that his rage was haunting him?
He was not always this way. I've been with my husband for a long time. I know him well. This anger and this rage is not like him.
Has he ever made trips beyond the thresholds of your property? Perhaps to the north or west?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Has he ever made any trips beyond where he's beyond the thresholds of his property, somewhere that's gotten him away from Strahd? Basically.
Well, he's been all across the wilds. He's a logger, if you remember me saying.
Yes. And has he ever conducted his business in places that we would find odd? Places he wouldn't normally go otherwise?
Oh, that is hard to say. I do not know what you might find odd.
Just locations where he wouldn't have gone to, places he wouldn't have gone to without his I'm trying to think of how to word it. Locations he didn't go to before Strahd's awakening. Locations he would have otherwise steered well clear of, but suddenly found himself drawn to.
In his anger, I am sure he has been ranging much farther and wider.
Has he ever come home with any scarring, any sort of wounds, anything that out of the ordinary that wouldn't have been caused by any normal wild beast that lurks in these parts?
No, He starts looking at you oddly. I have
Forgive
not
me,
noticed any scars on my husband.
Forgive me, there are so many stories and tales of dark and dangerous creatures that lurk in these woods. I merely ask to help you get to the bottom of your husband's dilemma.
If we aren't able to know more about your husband for now, may I diverge the conversation slightly and tell you the real reason we are out here. We're searching for a little boy who's gone missing. From what we know, he was taken against his will, and we're just trying to find him to bring him back to his family. Do you know anything of this? Or seen a little boy around? And she'll give a description of the boy.
She gives another deep sigh and looks down at her lyre. Not her lyre, at the lyre that she has in her lap.
Well, it's not hers.
It is an unfortunate thing that is happening lately. I have heard of many young children gone missing from their homes. The influence of the vampire brings out the worst in some.
I want to insight her and that, but I want to ask her, from what we've heard and seen in a vision using clairvoyance, he was taken by werewolves. I want to insight both of like if she is hiding more than she knows or possibly turning her aggressive, scared.
All right, make me 2 separate wisdom insight checks in the tower, please.
Damn, I must have gotten a 1 on the first roll. She will like put her hand over her hand. If there's anything you can offer us to help us, please, for the children. You had the option to leave your family. They didn't.
Make me a charisma persuasion check in the tower, please. She gives you a long look, her eyes meeting yours as you sense that she's kind of scanning you for intentions. Her eyes narrow a little bit, but her lips don't change.
Damn, and the one thing Madeline would never harm as a child. She just wants to make sure they're safe.
I know nothing
Madeline.
of this child that you seek, though I am apologetic for it.
Madeline would just shake her head for a moment. I'm just scared for them. From the image we saw, he's not in a good state and chained up. If you know anything of where he might be, maybe not him, but where a pack of werewolves might be that are holding him. As I said, I don't wish to harm anyone. We are here just to return the child to his family. His little sister would be more than joyed to have him back. She's already been through enough. She was almost killed by a werewolf herself. I know they might not mean it.
Make me
Another
another
persuasion.
charisma persuasion check in the tower. How might you keep such children safe? If you're speaking of werewolves, there are very few creatures more fearsome, dangerous as they.
A werewolf's still a living creature, and she strums her violin. Distraction, stealth. There are many ways to calm a wild beast, and there's still man inside. You just have to remember who they are. Remind them of who they are.
And if you came to learn that I was one such creature, would you assure my safety?
Unless you killed the child, I see no reason to harm you. You're just a person like everyone else. I'm not even human. Look at me. Look at my party. Most of us aren't. Looking at a werewolf is just looking at another person.
Do you carry any silver on you, Madam Lynn?
Silver coins. I know I gave my scimitar to Dagmore, so I don't have like a silver weapon. I'm double checking if I'm forgetting anything. She has 22 silver pieces, but I don't see anything else made of silver.
All right. We'll say that she grabs one of the crossbow bolts that has a silver tip. And slowly you watch as she presses it to her skin. You hear a soft hissing. And a bit of smoke begin to rise from the wound.
She'll grab the crossbow and toss it to the side. There is no reason to harm yourself, Will. All you had to do is say it. We've been having a heart-to-heart. I see no reason to mistrust you. Even though, like... No, like she as far as Madeline, she's been aware, she has been truthful. She couldn't read that first check, so I wouldn't say she is aggressive towards her in any way.
She holds her arm up to the soft light, and you see it begin to mend itself. There are different ways of viewing this thing. A curse, many say. Others call it a blessing. Those gifted by Mother Night. I find myself conflicted. I see you have already deduced much yourselves. It is only to confirm your suspicions. The pack
Actually,
you
being a
seek is led by my husband, Kirill. He is a powerful werewolf. Seized power when the old leader stepped down. The boy you seek, I cannot speak for him exactly, but I have suspicions. Our prisoners are kept in Mother Night's shrine, lying to the rear of our cave.
Here's the cave.
Okay,
As she's-
darling.
As she's talking, can I look at Esmeralda to see if she's showing any signs of attempted aggression? If so, I'd like to get in between the two to block her.
Esmeralda seems cool and collected. She's almost kind of allowing herself to be a fly on the wall right now, just listening. You can make me a wisdom insight check if you wish as well.
Want to make sure she's not going to turn this peace into violence.
I
And
mean,
while she's
Lynn's getting
checking,
the info. Like, what problem is there?
I see no problem with you as long as you haven't hurt the innocent, especially the children. And just as you say it's a curse or a blessing, that's how some see fire, as she waves her fingers and fire goes around. It can burn you, but it can also give you warmth.
Yes. Though even in this short time, I find myself believing you. I hope you understand I cannot just betray my pack, my family. So
We understand your dilemma.
We just want to rescue the kid. We don't want to hurt any of your family.
can I bind you to that?
As long as no one harms the child or us.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
swear on my word, no one will be
And the
harmed.
more you help us, the less danger your family will be in. Because there will be no surprises.
I find it hard to understand how you would save the children. There are many in my pack. We are
May I ask you-
hunters. We could smell you coming.
May I ask you this then? Why did they even take the child to begin with?
Is it to increase your
They
ranks
seek
or is
to-
it for food?
They seek to grow our numbers. Do you know
That's
how
better
the
than
curse
food.
is passed?
From what I've
Food
heard,
bite.
bite or something of that sort?
Yes. Bringing the young in. Controlling their upbringing. Brought into the pack through a bite. And steered in the direction that is wished.
But again, if you willingly took that choice, why do you take the choice away from others? Why not just have your own children?
I am not the leader of the pack. I must listen and obey.
But you are married to him, yes? Surely your words have some sway.
There was a time that my voice could pull Kirill's senses. But since he has been pulled in different directions.
As someone who's been betrayed by the man they loved, I'm not saying he will betray you. But it doesn't sound like an equal union anymore. Of trust, at least.
Aiden
I'm sorry you're
and
going through
Madam
that.
Lynn. I need a charisma persuasion check. You can do this one of two ways, according to however each of you wish. Both of you can roll, and I'll use the higher result, or one of you can roll with advantage, thanks to the help from the other.
I have a +9.
Let Lynn roll.
I'll give Lynn advantage because I only got a +3. She has vastly
Alright.
superior persuasion.
Yes. The woes of marital bliss. Never did I think Kirill and I would experience such. I fear something has come between us, though I am loath to admit.
You can't blame yourself for Strahd. It's not the first time we've seen his influence corrupting people or changing them. I'm just sorry that it's happening to you. You seem like a very nice woman. I thank you for your information. And I understand that no matter what, they'll be able to smell us. But I shouldn't say but. I do promise our main goal is just to rescue the child. As long as nothing has harmed them and no one harms us, I see no reason to be fighting. And hopefully, maybe together, we can get through to your husband even. I just don't wish for him to turn on you.
He looks a bit taken aback at that. Kirill would never harm a hair on my head.
I thought that too,
But you,
until mine held a dagger to my throat.
he would certainly kill without any second thoughts. Is why I understand your wishes. But if you go to our den, you are forfeiting your lives. You do not understand the monster Kirill has become.
We have
You admit
faced
it.
many dangers.
I assume I can't reach her face, but she put her hand on her hand again you admit it. Then. He is not the man you once knew, and that's what happened to me too. We're thinking of the children. Yeah. You say we walk in, our lives are forfeit, but what matters is bringing that child back home. Wouldn't you do the same for your own kin?
Make me another charisma persuasion check. Looking up once more across the lake towards the northeast. 13 years ago, I was 21 and a noble. I fell in love with Kirill, a brawny, strapping young logger. As I said, against my parents' wishes, I fled my life of privilege and wealth, become his wife. I lived with him in a small, humble cottage in the nearby woods. We were poor, but happy. 11 years ago, Kirill was bitten by a werewolf. A rogue werewolf defector from the Barovian werewolf pack, and so he was cursed with lycanthropy. He gained a shroud of guilt and self-loathing, and disappeared from our home. I was desperate to pierce it, and so I tracked him down on the night of his transformation. I allowed him to bite me in order to spread the curse to me as well, so that he wouldn't be alone. Not long after that, we were found by Skenis, the aging leader of the Barovian werewolf pack. At Skenis' invitation, we returned to Barovia, where Emil and Zuleika Toranescu, a mated pair of born werewolves, attempted to teach us how to control our curse. I made slow but steady progress, and Zuleika praised my efforts. Kirill was jealous and impatient, however, found Emil's training too slow for his liking, always complaining, wishing to gain more control. After learning the secret of mastering his curse from one of Baba Lysaga's witches, however, Kirill secretly killed and devoured a merchant traveling the road from Valaki to Kresk. From that point forward, Kirill controlled his curse with ease. Emil and Zuleika harbored their own suspicions about his expedited growth, but chose not to raise them for fear of stoking division. 5 years ago, when Skenis relinquished his leadership of the werewolf pack, Emil was chosen heir to replace him. Kirill, however, was jealous and drunk on his own blood's thirst and strength, challenged Emil to a brawl to decide the next leader. Emil won, but only just. He was enraged by defeat. Kirill cut a bloody swathe across the lands beyond the mists, as he did, acquiring the nickname the Black Terror, so named for his distinctive charcoal-colored fur, and drew the attention of a monster hunter. And this is when she looks at Esmeralda.
She said beyond the mist. Before I arrived in Barovia, would I have heard legends of this Black Terror?
Make me a intelligence history check.
I know Dagmorn's not here, but since he's a monster hunter, would have heard something as well.
He is not here.
Ooh, flat 10.
You have not heard this.
Okay.
And as she looks at Esmeralda, she speaks. I hear this monster hunter has tracked Kirill to these lands, seeking to trap him. Last I spoke with my husband, he said about how he had outwitted her, devouring her leg. Only the timely arrival of the Kreskov family saving her life, driving Kirill off as he retreated back to our den.
I do keep forgetting to ask this, but what was your original last name? She's seeing if she recognizes the noble family.
Kardashian.
Shut up, Pellet.
Kardashians are a hag coven.
I do not see a last name for her, actually.
I was just curious if she was a part of the family of the boy that we're rescuing, since their whole...
Oh, nope. Nope.
No.
We got a lot of information in the time. I don't know what else to talk about with her.
Sounds to me like
She has a little bit more.
Uh,
You guys have anything else, or do you want me to continue?
please continue.
All right. 3 months ago, when Strahd awoke, Emil began discussing abandoning Barovia for greener pastures. My husband saw an opportunity. He left. Did not speak with me about it. Only said that he sought the strength to claim Emil's place. When he came back, he had a terrible power. Cyril challenged Emil for leadership of the pack, and this time he won. He gained a monstrous form, much more terrible than before. I suspect he made some sort of pact with darker powers than before. But victory did not sate his appetite. Instead, I have watched him since sink ever deeper into his haze of jealousy, rage, and paranoia. I fear for him, for all the people of Barovia who might fall prey to his madness.
Sounds like we need to reverse the curse.
If only there was a way. I must admit, I saw this wagon and had been keeping an eye on it, believing quite likely it was that of the monster hunter who Kirill had encountered before. It seems my suspicions were correct.
You're quite
Surely your moon goddess would not appreciate her gifts being perverted by whatever forces. And if she rules these lands, there must be a way to appeal to her.
That's not a bad point with how you've described Strahd's awakening corrupting. And the possibility of, with the hags and Strahd and what other evils out here, might have influenced your husband.
I suggest more praying, oddly enough, while we go to the cave and rescue these children.
That's not that odd at all coming from Pellet.
Well, it's odd because it seems like inaction, but you're really more bureaucratic.
Not coming from Pellet, it's not.
No, not for me. You're right. It might seem odd, but I think you should pray to your moon goddess and appeal to her.
Before we go to the cave,
I feared to see what would happen when praying for the release of such a gift.
I don't know if he exactly meant the release of the werewolf blessing, but release of whatever sinister powers your husband obtained to be turned into the monstrous form. Right, she was describing her husband having the monstrous form.
To purify the gift.
To go back to your roots as werewolves.
Her gaze goes down to the items that she has in front of her then. I did take the perfume and lyre out of nostalgia for my old life, but these scrolls, I had hoped they might contain cures to my and Kirill's lycanthropy. Only one has the remove curse spell, however. And she looks extremely sad at that.
You have better control over yourself, at least. Maybe this is what your husband needs. To bring his mind back to him. And his heart back to you.
Besides, if we turn him into a normal human again, you could just bite him and make him a werewolf, a normal werewolf.
And just start the cycle over again.
Yeah.
I think the important thing here is just to not kill any of the werewolves. And we
Yes.
can do that. We can incapacitate anybody that we happen to get into combat with.
Now, is the pack scared of him? Oh, I assume possibly scared of him. But
I think that's how
are they
packs
just
work.
following his words more out of fear? Or do they truly believe this is what your goddess wants? And she's describing like this, him being more than just a werewolf right now, something more sinister going on. Trying to see if
There
maybe if we
are-
are able to go with her, she can persuade some of them to step aside while we face him.
There are
For the
different beliefs within the pack, but none so openly spoken to draw his gaze.
Does your pack take well to challenges? If we go to the gate and request a challenge with him, to face him, would he take it and the others step aside? If he's so strong and mighty, he has no fear. As you said, us just walking up to the cave itself is us giving up our lives.
Well, that's a good idea, Lynn, but in that case, maybe she should come in with us and
That's what I've been
challenge
saying.
for control of the pack.
That's what I've been saying.
We would just have to buff her.
But that begs the question, though, doesn't it? Would they accept if she were to challenge her husband to a duel? Would she have the right to name a champion or champions to fight in her stead?
Because she's a female?
But no, it's just how challenges
Yeah,
have
just
been
say
done
it,
with knights and kings.
Well, okay. Since we're all friends now, I can tell you guys that I have lycanthropy, and maybe I can challenge him.
We know you're cursed, but I don't think you can take on a werewolf pack leader on your own, darling. You're very strong and very mighty and very, very brave. But you also have your limits, and we have a party that if this can go through, why don't we have her put it on us? We take care of it, we see if he can fight him, and then she cures him. And she
Okay,
tries
or
to
I
lead
could
the
just-
pack back to the goddess is what I'm hoping for, at least, as she looks back to her for a response of what we're able to do.
Or I could just fly like 70 feet in the air while he bites me a little bit, and then just drop him and win. But we could do your plan too.
I think that's a great diary entry, darling.
I mean, last I checked, he's not a cat. But anyways, so we know where this cave is. We're gonna go in there during the day. now?
Well, we're waiting to hear her response of what she might suggest.
Yeah.
If you ask me, you seem like fools.
Well, she's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we are fools.
But if
That's
we
how
all
we
go
got-
together with you
We
there,
got the Barovia. We got fooled. We're fools.
do you think he would take on our challenge? You name us as your combatants? Or even just us challenging him in general?
We could be
I
your new
think-
pack.
We can
I
say
think
that we are
he
fighting
would-
for your moon goddess.
I think he would enjoy ripping out your throats.
It's not the first time I've had a pointy object to my throat.
How about if you bite Tensi and you bite Aiden and you bite
Alright,
Lynn and
Pellet-
tag them all?
Pellet, these are
Journal-
diary
journal-
entries.
Journal.
Let the grown-ups speak, darling.
Oh, Pellet, you're funny.
We can sneak in and then become part of the pack and then sneak the kids out.
Journal.
That's all I was saying.
Journal.
Now, would you do it? Would you come with us? And we'll challenge him, avoiding any bloodshed. We'll try and weaken him so you can cure him.
There might be a little bit of blood.
I will try to
Journal.
talk with him as much as possible, but from what you described, it sounds like violence is the only way to get through to him. And as I said, I do not wish to kill anyone, especially the man you loved. I just hope to bring his mind back and his heart back to you.
Make me a charisma persuasion check in the tower. It fills my heart to know that there are those who care enough to try and save these children, but I cannot be the reason for their deaths. I cannot bring you into danger knowing it would change nothing. I am sorry.
If it's any consolation, my dear, we fought one of Strahd's brides and lived. We have foiled and we have folded on all those plans. We're not going into this completely blind. We know our strengths.
We killed the hags that were making the dream pastries and saved the children from them.
And I
We've
mean,
done much
look at me.
already.
And I start flexing.
Ah, but you do not know Kirill's strength.
And as you
I
said,
think-
us going to the cave, we've already forfeited our lives. And whether you come with us or not, we're going to the cave.
And
Wait. Let me ask you a different way. Do you want to go for a walk, girl? You want to go for a walk?
Pellet, shut up!
Don't make me waste a spell
Ow,
slot on you right now. Do not make me waste a spell slot on you.
Ain't no way he tried to pull.
She snaps her fingers and just points over to her rocks. Go sit down.
Sit down.
That should have worked.
I'm
Shut
sorry,
up.
my friend. He's large and brave, but he's young at heart and mind. So, and she puts her hand out. This is my final offer. If you truly want things done peacefully, I think you being there would help us reach that. But if you don't wish to come, I'm not forcing you. Either way, we're going to that cave, and we are going to bring that child back to his family.
I will not stop you. Nor will I show myself before my husband. A betrayal would likely drive him beyond any sense of saving. Though I am conflicted, I cannot risk losing him.
May I ask for the scroll for remove curse then? We will do it for you, attempting to remove the sinister powers he's obtained.
It is not mine to decide. And she looks at Esmeralda.
I'll put a hand up. Esmeralda, I believe it's time you joined this conversation.
I don't mean to be a thief. Only curious. Though now, since putting my hands on the lyre, I ask if I might be able to keep it.
I think it doesn't belong to us.
I think she's asking Esmeralda.
Esmeralda speaks up. You can keep it. Don't mind. I can always find a different lyre. It seems to have brought you some amount of peace and remembrance. There seems to be a really heavy emphasis on remembrance. So, Bianca, it's your husband that I am searching for. You understand what I aim to do, yes? Without looking, Bianca has her gaze facing away, nods her head up and down one single time. And these allies of mine, they are here to help. We have a quest in front of us, which is to find this boy. And we have a plan. You don't seem too keen on your pack being disposed of. Might you give us any sort of information that could aid us? We can make sure to bring them out safely with as little bloodshed as possible.
Yes, that's to. If you'll forgive me for circling back to a previous unanswered question, but would your husband respond if we issued him a challenge? To try for our lives in a trial by combat in exchange for the children, should we win?
You do not understand my husband. I do. He would most assuredly entertain your challenge, but it would be weighed against you. You have no hope of defeating him.
So the challenge would work.
You. And even if, by some chance, you could manage to outwit or trick him, he would draw his ireful gaze upon you and hunt you to the ends of the mists. Killing the children out of spite, you would doom them.
So we shouldn't tell him that we want the children. We should just challenge him.
That's actually a very good point, Pellet. And she pulls out a cookie and gives it to him.
Thank you. I prefer rat.
Positive reinforcement.
But if we manage to cure him mid-fight, he would both lose his standing within the pack and lose the power the power to hunt us down, allowing you to take him and leave the mists, finding a new life for each other. After that, you could turn him and guide him towards a more gentler path.
Well, here's the thing. Now, I don't know much about magic, but it sounds like he's double cursed. He's got the werewolf curse, and then he's got a curse on top of that. If we remove curse, it might remove just one of the curses, like just the lycanthropy, and then he'll have the other one.
As just someone who knows magic, if you replace your eye with the magic eye, and then you on top of that have another magic spell placed on top of the magic eye, and you remove said original magic eye, what's left? You've removed them both if it's attached to one. That's how I see it, at least. And could I do an Arcana check to see how true that might be? Or whatever check that would be?
Go ahead.
Good hit.
All right. This is the spell Remove Curse.
Remove all curses
All
affecting the
curses.
creature.
Yep, all curse. There we go. Yep.
Wow.
So we have to use this spell against him. That's the
It sounds
only
like-
way to defeat
Yeah.
him.
It sounds like our
Yeah,
cleric
yeah.
definitely. Madam Lynn's gonna beg you to one day take on that spell.
I could. Wait.
Oh, you're a warlock. You may be able to take it too. But clerics have more spell slots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was thinking
And
about
cleric
taking
can swap
them
at any
first.
time. As long as they get a rest, they can change their spells.
It's got to be a
True.
touch. It's a touch spell, though. That's the touch. That's gonna be the toughie.
Touch me.
Maybe
If we do
Aiden should
if
do
it's a
it
one-
while he's invisible.
If it's a 1v1 spell or a 1v1 duel, then anyone with remove curse should do it.
You're the
You
only
don't
one
use
who would
this
have it.
rule. I need one more level though.
You have them.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, you're
I am
multi-
Sorcerer 5. Hang on, let me look.
No,
I do
sorcerer doesn't
not
have it. It
have
says
remove
cleric,
curse.
paladin, warlock, or wizard.
I do not have remove curse currently.
You have the
Oh, wait, I
AC
forgot you're
to take
sorcerer.
them
I
on
was
one
thinking you're full cleric.
1v1.
I have.
I am divine sorcerer, but so I think I'll be able to take remove curse, but I don't remember. I don't have it right now.
We also have a dire wolf tendency that can challenge him.
Yeah, we do.
Don't have remove curse in my repertoire, but I do have a solid variety of mobility spells that I could use to get in and out should I need it.
If we wanted my wolf to be the challenger, I could cast the remove curse scroll through my wolf.
Yeah, I think
I mean, that
Aiden
sounds
might
like
be
an
the best
awesome
bet
idea.
because he can go invisible, so hopefully be unseen, especially for distracting him with combat. And I can
No,
have my
because-
wildfire spirit in the vicinity of Aiden. And
If
that
we're
way the
gonna
wildfire
challenge-
can teleport you out as well.
But Lynn, if we're gonna challenge him in front of the whole pack, we gotta make it sort of fair. Like, not.
Who said
for the
fair,
festival.
darling? He has a sinister curse on him, and we're putting our lives at risk. There's nothing fair about anything in life. If my life is
I'm
at
thinking
risk, I will do the most underhanded things possible to succeed.
Consider
I'm thinking
Consider
about
this,
in the
Pellet.
eyes of the pack.
consider this pellet. We are talking about a group of ordinary adventurers going up against the leader of a pack of werewolves. I don't think any of them will blink an eye if we all fought him at once. They would still think he would win.
Especially, hopefully, with conversation. If he's so
Right.
strong and mighty, if he's here to defend the pack and fight, he should easily be able to handle 5 of us. Or at the moment, 4
Listen,
of us.
guys, I'm not worried about defeating this giant wolf. I'm worried about right after having to deal with his pack diplomatically or violently.
Well, that's why I was hoping she would come with us, but
Well, the pack better
actually,
respect
b-
our authority.
before
They
we
will only respect it if we don't cheat.
leave,
Well,
I know
what's
you won't
needed-
come with us, but if we do exceed in beating the challenge and freeing your husband of the sinister curse on top of his lycanthropy, bringing him back to you, is there any item of yours we can bring with to show proof that we have spoken with you and that you will be waiting for him? Or even to show that, to calm the pack down after we've rescued him?
I would rather
Like
They
walk with your
not-
hair for scent.
she spoke a truth that I want to point out. I wouldn't want her husband to know of her involvement until after the deed.
That's why I'm asking for an item. Just as proof that we spoke with her.
Or maybe she can come in right after. But they'll smell her.
She cuts a small lock of her hair. This
Thank
will
you.
have my scent.
I'll put it into a sealed glass vial, so until I open it, the scent's contained.
That is
Like,
good.
rubs it all over his body.
That's actually perfect. If we win, we could show the lock and say that we're your friend, and by process of elimination, you would be the next leader. And they would have to respect you. And if we lose, then the husband would just assume we killed you or wounded you in some way, and you would be free of any guilt, free of any suspicions.
Hmm.
What was her name again? Making the
Bianca.
Bianca.
Okay, we have a better plan.
Yeah.
Now let's boogie.
I think
Hold up,
We have a
hold
plan.
up. Esmeralda speaks up. I don't think I necessarily agree that we should be changing the plan.
Well, the plan is to rescue the kids. This is just how we're gonna do it.
And
You
we're going to
want to
defeat the beast as you wished. And if we remove the curse and he truly becomes a man again, what is there for you to hunt? It's still
Also,
reaching your goal.
here's the thing,
I
Esmeralda.
have-
We're gonna rescue these kids, and then they're just gonna go out and get more kids because they use them to grow their pack. This isn't about this isn't a one-off situation. So if we remove the leader and we change the leadership, we can possibly prevent more kids from being kidnapped.
I
being
have
proactive
faced this terror already. I have faced many different monsters, learned of many different monsters in my tutelage. We don't stand a chance of defeating him as he is now.
Then what do you suggest?
That
Proceed
which I have
now.
already proposed. We go under night when they are out hunting.
I didn't hear
There
her
will be
propose that.
less there will be less of the pack within the caves, and we can save Ilya and gain much needed intelligence.
Oh, to be honest, I forgot that she mentioned to go at night.
I kind of did too.
That. Yeah.
Good
I
thing
bet.
I
It's been 2
said
weeks.
something.
Yeah, no, it's been 2 weeks. Memory foggy.
Okay, then let's do your plan, but then we'll do our plan after we rescue the kid.
Well, if we rescue the kid, if we ever have to deal with him, sure. If we don't have to deal with him, awesome. She doesn't even want us dealing with him. Bianca doesn't even want us dealing with him. So if we don't have to, cool.
Yeah.
Even better. Let's carry
We
forward.
have a plan.
I would still like to keep the remove curse on hand just in case he decides to stay back from the hunt for any reason.
For sure.
I do wonder
We could
if
all
there's any
down
more
me.
information we might gain from Bianca that would aid us in that plan.
I do finger guns to Bianca. What else you got for us?
Is there a back door to the
realistically,
cave?
Yeah, like, is there another entrance we should know about? Is there certain times of the day that they're out if you wish us to truly have the least amount of bloodshed? And what is the path to get to the chamber the boy might be? Like the most direct or the most...
Just the rotation
Make
of
me
the
a-
guards.
Make me a charisma persuasion check to see if this plan of going at night is something that she thinks would be possible.
Oh my god, we're dealing with two NPCs who don't like each other.
I dare say that that plan might work, but the powers of our scent is heightened. Even so, I am hesitant to give any information.
What if I ask for the vial of perfume you have? I have my familiar fly it off in a different direction that we'd be coming from and drop it. Shattering it, releasing the scent into that area. Would that be an additional enough help to distract them? Hunting in an area that we are not.
Actually,
I don't
Are we
think
within
that
arm's
would
reach
make
of the
much of a
character?
difference.
are we within? Could I grab the potion? Or not potion?
What potion?
The perfume. Sorry. Great. I'd like.
Yeah, what do you want to do with it?
I'd like to uncork it and just kind of give it a whiff, see how strong a perfume it is.
It's not like it's not exceedingly strong, more than what you would be used to.
I was just thinking. Couldn't help but think, what if we just dropped it right in the center, like right at the entrance to the werewolf base? We could render their scent obsolete
Like a bomb?
temporarily.
Oh, that's actually a really good point, yeah.
Yeah. Render them nose blind for a bit while we sneak in.
Noses.
Or what scent do you think would help mask us better? Or what advice can you give us for the least amount of bloodshed, darling?
Don't go.
So what advice can you give
So
to help
funny.
mask
Bianca,
our scent?
yeah, listen, Bianca, we have to rescue those kids. We have to.
Bianca thinks she's so funny.
Make me another charisma persuasion check.
Could I attempt to give it
Did you want all
advantage?
these in the tower?
Yes. Yes and yes.
I'll try to give her advantage by adding. Forgive us, Bianca, but regardless of your warnings, we have set upon our course. Any help you give us to increase our odds and decrease the odds of us having to fight your kin be greatly appreciated.
Roll another, Madam Lynn, for advantage. When the pack leaves to hunt, I and Skenis, the pack's old leader, usually remain behind. I have little desire to see Kirill transformed following his new form. 4 other werewolves usually remain to guard the den, rotating their watch in pairs. Azyanka, Devanka, Obol, and Radovan. They are all newly infected by Kirill. Obey him slavishly. While all other werewolves will be on the hunt, about half a dozen wolves still remain at the den. That is all the information I will give you. I wish you the best, and I hope this business can be resolved without bloodshed.
We will do all within our power to make that so.
And at that, she gets up, holding the lyre, begins to walk off.
Have a good night, my dear. I truly wish you the best.
All right, let's head to the cave, guys. We've done enough planning. Time to kick some butt. I mean, to rescue some kids.
I agree. Let's start making our way.
Making our way.
What time of day is
All
it,
right.
Nomad?
It would be started 7 a.m.
Oh god, I just had the worst idea possible. Oh, it's terrible. Pellet, by all means, is technically a lycanthrope now, since he was bit. But if he comes in posing as a fresh recruit, like someone who wishes to join the pack, and they take him in, and we just kind of follow suit using his scent to mask ours.
It's great, except my charisma is terrible, so somebody would have to give me bardic inspiration.
With prestidigitation, you can create scents, so you can put the scent onto the 3 of us.
Oh my god.
I would just need bardic inspiration to get over the
I have
top on
prestidigitation on this
convincing
one.
them.
Yeah, I have prestidigitation as well, so we can literally create the scent and put it on ourselves. Wouldn't hurt.
What's that? My scent?
The scent of a werewolf. Since we met her, I might use her scent on myself, or...
Oh, we could
I
make
should
it.
have asked her to
smell
pee in
like
a
his
little
wife.
cup.
Darling, stop with the urine.
Urine.
You're in trouble.
I'll yearn for you.
That's what I say when I can't pee. You're in trouble.
It's actually crazy of how many clients I deal with that don't know what the word urine or fecal mean.
I'll yearn for fecal.
Fecal is a kind of party.
That's gross, bro.
I'll yearn for that fecal, for that matter.
Oh my god.
Moving along.
Alright, so Esmeralda gathers up some stuff from her wagon, her own things. then advises that you'll have to stake out the den until the pack has departed for the night, in order to move quickly to determine whether Ilya is imprisoned inside. And you move out. So, go back to this land map.
I can turn myself one other person invisible for an hour. So an hour before they move out, we could have someone out there watching things.
They said their sense is very strong. You
True.
can still perceive people even without vision.
I'm going to fly up to a branch, though, and get into stealth. So I can be like a massive owl in the tree. But my feathers and stuff make me sort of camouflage.
I was thinking one of us could, before we do the stakeout, before the invisibility, we could use prestidigitation to make ourselves smell like the environment.
I like that plan.
If I'm in the trees, they're not going to smell up.
Smell goes down, darling. Smell
What do
goes
you mean
down.
smell up?
That's not how that works.
Pellet, please stay very, very, very close to me. Please.
You want to come up into this branch with me?
No, I'm saying do not travel far. If you can't see me, you've gone too far. If I could put a child leash on you, I would.
Haven't you heard? Your average werewolf can't smell above 45 degrees.
Oh my god.
All right, so as we are traveling, Esmeralda is going to navigate. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna keep watch.
Oh, scout ahead.
And what pace are we moving at? Slow, normal, or fast?
Let's go slow,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Weren't we leaving the wagon behind? I thought I couldn't go here if we're going to the
Oh, right.
mountain.
Right. I forgot. That's why I wasn't driving a wagon. My bad.
All right. The map, the directions are obscure because it's just Esmeralda trying to navigate. And we have Aiden scouting.
Actually, because it's the world thing, I'm going to switch mine to stealth.
Okay, Madam Lynn is going to stealth. What is going to sneak?
Normal.
Tensi is going to keep watch.
Because they're not driving a wagon.
Yep.
Shall we roll?
1 second.
No, no worries.
All right. You're going slow.
Yep, slow speed.
Go ahead and make your checks. Remember, green is with advantage.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Wow, look at me. Good thing you have advantage on stealth.
We don't have advantage on stealth.
Or whatever the good stealth, not advantage, but good stealth.
Look what I got. I got a 19.
Wow.
19 and a 20.
Oh, wow.
I get 26 and a 28.
We're so stealthy.
Well, good thing because I'm not seeing shit.
Advantage saved my ass.
Didn't save mine.
Oh, and if it's any consolation, Nomad, as I'm scouting ahead, I will be using prestidigitation to blend my scent into the wood nearby foliage, so as to ensure I don't get spotted by any werewolves in the area.
Okay. All right, and then Esmeralda has to make a navigation check.
We're lost.
Is how long are we going to travel for? 3 to 5 hours for the first leg.
How far away is our destination?
You don't
Only
know.
Esmeralda knows.
We just do 3 hours and see where we're at.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, and then Thanks for bearing with me as I'm kind of getting this set up.
No problem.
How dare you? I mean, yeah, of course.
I think I might be using the outdated version of my Ravel. That's all right. Oh, I forgot. Navigating is done with advantage. Roll that. All right. Traveling at 1 mile an hour, making your way through the woods. Let us. Okay.
Through the woods. That's
About
not fun. That's dangerous.
2 miles after 2 hours. Come on, show yourself.
So we're pretty close. Looks like.
Yep. After 2 hours, it is 11:30 a.m. And you are led to a dark, quiet hollow in the Svalak Wood to the west of Lake Baratok.
I think this is where we should.
Esmeralda leads you to the brink of a small hollow. Natural depression in the forest floor. Its edges are framed by towering trees, their black trunks framing glimpses of Lake Baratok's rocky shore. Mount Baratok looms above the landscape in the distance, its cliffs and rocky spurs a stark gray against the darkened treetops. The ground at the base of the hollow is covered by a thin shroud of mist over a blanket of fallen leaves and moss. On its northern side, an intricate network of large, gnarled tree roots creates an arched, cave-like structure. The air is cool and damp here, carrying the earthy scent of wet soil and decaying leaves. The hollow itself is silent, save for the faint rustling of leaves and the distant tapping of water against the shore.
What do they say in Star Wars? I got a bad feeling about this.
Alright, here we can stay hidden. We'll use this hollow as a vantage point in order to watch the werewolves den.
Do you think we should spread out a little bit?
I think that we have a secure location that should absolutely keep our scent a little better hidden. But, of course, we'll need firewood and kindling. Once a small campfire has been created, we can talk further.
And me and Aiden can even add to it with the precipitation of just upping the smell of the muck around us
Yeah.
with the precipitation.
Then I can go out to the woods and collect firewood, and I could roll another stealth check to do it, because I would do it like stealthily, like a ninja.
And if you can't see me, you've gone too far.
Well, what? All the best wood is way out there.
The best wood is the dried pieces at the top of the trees. Or sometimes at the
The
bottom.
best wood is the friendships we made along the way.
There you go.
That's true.
It burns really well. Just like revenge.
So, hearing what Lynn said, I'm gonna fly straight up and start collecting the tips of the branches of dead trees for kindling.
All right. Once a small campfire has been created, Esmeralda produces a small flint and steel from her satchel.
You don't need to worry about that.
Darling,
I
put
just-
that away as I wave
just-
my hands. Mastery of fire is my thing.
She actually waves her hand. Hold on, but a moment. And she uses the small flint and steel in order to create the fire. It is small but cheery beneath a cavern of roots, but it makes no smoke. And his light does not extend beyond the edges of the hollow. See, I have my own tricks. Should we be unlucky enough for them to find us, we'll want to nullify every advantage they can get.
True. And to help with it even more, she'll like snap her fingers twice using control flames to have it give off a light more similar to the greenery around us. It's not just like a white or red smoke, red light. And the second one is to make the fire take the shape of Madame Lynn.
All right, so we have some time before dusk. I suggest one of us stays on the edge of the hollow to watch for the pack's departure.
Oh, can I do it? I have the best eyes.
Oh, sure. I'll have Percy stay with Pellet just so he can communicate with me.
Esmeralda, what do you propose we do until then? What kind of preparations would you suggest?
I think she's telling you to shut the fuck up.
It seems so.
All right. Well, we certainly have some time to spare. Perhaps we might share some stories about ourselves. I definitely have certain histories that might be of great interest. After all, we're to work together. I'd like to know who I'm fighting beside.
Very well. As you know, I'm Madame Lin. I know I still look very noble, but I have lost control of my house. My husband and allies took advantage of my heart and ended up putting a knife to my throat. I ran for years from assassins as they took control. And as she waves her fingers, the fire leaps to it and dances off her fingertips. But Koseth reminded me of my clan's lineage and where true power relies.
Oh.
On my trip, I eventually ran into Pellet, who helped me earn coin once more and an influence. She passes the story to Pellet.
I'm off in the woods, dude.
No,
Oh,
you're,
yeah,
at
you
the,
flew.
you're at the edge of the camp.
Oh, I'm so
Keeping
sorry.
an
I
eye.
was making a perception check. I wasn't listening. What were you saying, Lynn?
I told my backstory and how it connected to me meeting you, and if you wanted to say your backstory for her, I just did like a quick summary.
Oh, yeah. So I grew up in a temple, and eventually they asked me to leave to grow up more. And then I was walking in the woods, and I met Lynn, and she sort of became my manager, and she enters me into a lot of bar fights, which is fun. And then we went to a bar on the way to another bar, and we ended up here. And that's the story.
And as you can see, he still has a lot of growing to do, but he's doing great with his diary.
How about you? She looks to you, Aiden. You seem like you have a few secrets.
I don't even know what I would say.
Yes, I hailed from the city of Baldur's Gate, where I once grew up on the streets until I was taken in by a rather blunt and reckless tiefling. She taught me how to be a private investigator, and that's where I spent most of my time until I was prompted by these powers. And he'll kind of pull out his current, I believe it was the silvered longsword that I currently have set as my packed weapon. He'll pull out his silvered longsword. He'll kind of channel in some power. You'll see a bit of dark aura, kind of shadowy aura, kind of start emanating from the blade. I found a blade over from a strange old man at the bazaar one time, and ever since then I've been gifted these magics and prompted to come here, which is now where I seek to escape, while simultaneously trying to learn who I invariably made a pact with, why they chose me, and what I am exactly doing here.
Henty is kind of a mystery.
It's
He's like
complicated.
yeah,
Very complicated.
he's
I'm
not
not sure
quite
where we
as
come
he
from.
appears.
We're not sure where we come from, and it's been a long time. I'm a lot of people.
Ooh, Tensi, show her the voice. The crazy voice.
I don't have it recreate. I had to get rid of it again because I wiped my computer.
Oh, you're feeling a little hoarse? Maybe a
Shut
little
up, Pellet.
direwolf?
That's all right. You can work on the voice mod later.
Yeah. Like, I have nothing really. Like, I barely made another Discord and stuff. But
So anyway, so we all got to Barovia, and then we sort of got here together, and we ended up getting sort of mixed up in the politics of every town we go to, and it's mainly out of a want to help make these lands a better place, because we're stuck here for now, and that's just sort of what we do. We all agreed that we all take a diplomatic approach, so there's no real leader between us. You know what diplomatic means? Have you heard of diplomacy before?
Oh, absolutely. I think most everyone would have an understanding of that word.
Yeah, well,
my
so yes, so we operate like that, and we just sort of get things done. We've helped a lot of people so far, and we aim to. Our overall goal is to basically get out of here, but in the meantime, we aim to challenge Strahd. Get strong enough to challenge him at least.
As you can see, he's very excited. Pellet's been learning a lot of new big words here, and that's one of his new ones.
You
What,
are an
diplomacy?
interesting creature. Can't say I've, well, ever seen any of your kind before. I would have thought you are some sort of werewolf.
So the interesting thing about me is that I'm the only person like me I've ever met. But when I was born, there was a mention of my kind in a scroll at the temple, and so they know that I'm called an owlet, and
Yes.
that's all. That's all I know.
Did my time as an investigator, I will say I've encountered Pellet's kind before, but never one quite so large. It's definitely the biggest of his species I've seen.
It's really funny.
Well, part of that, Aiden, is because they put me through. They wanted me to be a guard, and so I would exercise a lot with the guards of the temple, who are called awakened.
He works out a lot.
Yes, so me and the awakened would do a lot of exercises and stuff, and I naturally just developed this giant physique. Somebody said maybe it had something to do with a Fey touch, but I'm not sure.
And so we don't forget our last member, Dagmorn over there, the one brooding in the corner, not speaking. He's a strong hunter, as much I know, but let him speak for himself as he just sits there in silence, brooding.
Yeah, we found him in the woods near the Wizard of Wines, and he is from the same lands as us, but he got here on his own, and he's been trapped in an isolation for many moons.
He's a skilled hunter. You might enjoy more conversation with him at some point.
He knows a lot about monsters too, because of his time in the woods.
Yes. Remember hearing a bit about him. Though I do understand the need for some isolation, especially before a great battle. Perhaps we have some notes on monsters we might be able to compare with each other at some time.
I am almost positive he would enjoy that, especially a one-on-one conversation with you.
We actually picked up a book from the burgomaster, or is he a baron of Valaki? If you ever wanted to look through that book, it's got a lot of beats in their information in these lands.
Is that so?
Yeah, we picked it up a while ago when we were in his library.
It has helped us. We faced hags, A witch, vampires, ghouls, zombies, spirits, a reaper, a werewolf, a giant rock bird, I think it was called.
Oh, that thing that I body slammed? It was so awesome.
That was awesome, yes.
And one time I punched a guy's head off.
Oh, and you ripped a man's demon arm off and beat him with it.
That's true. And then I chopped his head off.
Quite
Look,
gruesome.
I'm just saying, if you have a head, watch out.
Are you sure you're not a monster that is in need of hunting?
Well, he only hurts things that have hurt the innocent.
Yeah, and it was always
Oh, I
with
jest.
Lynn's permission.
Oh, I jest. Well, thank you for the stories. It is a Vistani tradition of sorts to share around campfire. Allow me to indulge you the same. Oh, we have an acquaintance, it seems. My old master, Van Richten. It was nearly two decades ago that I first saw him. My family was traveling with the Radanovich's clan, a Vistani caravan, when a Radanovich child fell deathly ill. The child's parents took him to a local doctor, a man by the name of Rudolf Van Richten. Van Richten did all he could to keep the boy alive. 3 days later, however, he passed away. And his father, a leader among the Radanoviches, blamed Van Richten for his child's death. That night, aided by 4 others, he stole into Van Richten's family home and kidnapped Van Richten's own son in vengeance. My parents awoke me at midnight, and we departed at once. It was only later that I learned what cargo we were carrying, and that my own parents had helped acquire him. Van Richten himself, desperate to rescue him, tracked our caravan down and bound my parents to a tree. After extracting his son's location, however, he departed without shedding a drop of their blood. An act of mercy I have never forgotten. 10 years later, I ran from home, seeking to follow in Van Richten's footsteps. I found him a man changed, scarred and haunted by the years that had passed. His kindness, however, had never faded, and he agreed to take me on as his student. I spent 2 years with him, learning all I could about monsters and how to fight them before we ultimately parted ways. And this is when her expression darkens. The night I departed his company, we exchanged harsh words. Words I'd prefer to forget. Even so, when I received his final letter, I came at once to Barovia, praying that he would not face von Zarovich alone.
Well, when we met him, he doesn't seem too excited to do much except stay safe.
Oh, you have only
tell
met
me.
him for a short while then. Rest be assured, he is simply biding his time.
Oh, surely. But tell me, what do you think was the true cause of the change in his demeanor? Surely not a curse.
No. Not a curse, exactly. though its ravages could be said to be the same, or even perhaps worse. See, the clan and my family had I believe this him.
You don't push the rest, but you should help a yeah.
I get going closer to one.
No man.